They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Got enough for the first. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Manning. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Turning it on. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Running inside. It's Brown. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Quick completion to the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. You want to talk about coming out and setting the tone and making your presence known immediately.
And every coach talks about it all during the week, how important it is to start fast. But coming out and executing is another thing. Great start for the offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The give out of the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Mack. Pocket breaking down. That's reeled in. It's Hill. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And he's going to come up just a tad short. Needed to get the ball to the 35, and they'll mark it at the 34.
And, man, that's a great job by this defense, using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. 4th down, Austin Mack. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Austin Mack. Here's a heat. And they got it. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Dropping back, it's Mack. Got the back over the middle. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that ball is caught. One hand grab. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Throwing, Mack. Pressure coming. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Snags a quick pass on the left. Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Those horns are up, and they are sharp in the running game.
Yeah, just pounding the rock, playing physical. And I think when you think about great Texas teams, you probably think about the running game, the physicality. And I could go through so many backs with Cedric Benson and Ricky Williams and all those guys that, and just recently Bijan Robinson, high draft picks, really, really good running backs.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary, catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Hand off for Brown. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. And the Longhorns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Manning from the gun on third down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Mack fires it down the seam, and they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to throw, it's Mack. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10.
Blue 22. Blue 22.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Get it out to the supersonic guy.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Manning with a play fake. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Here's Manning to throw. Here's the pressure. Across the 25, he's got room. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Fires left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Manning. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Rodgers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Austin Mack. Bringing the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. And the Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Here comes that Alabama offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls it in. It's Edwards. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Mack from the gun on 3rd down. Got him downfield. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Third and short now from their own 48. Throwing Mack. Just a short pass to the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Give to the running back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Alabama quickly back to the line. On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
Mack. Complete. Great move. Now he's got room. Good, solid tackle.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the third down very manageable.
Quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that...
Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And the comeback is on!
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
The Longhorns looking to convert on fourth down. 4th down, Manning. And they get him down short of the first down marker. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Austin Mack fires to the middle. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some space. The 50, the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Longhorn. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
Set to kick off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Got enough for the first. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Here comes the offense on first down.
139 Albatross. 139 Albatross. Here we go. Ready.
Throwing, Mack. Rushes on him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And that's just pure speed off the line of scrimmage. That offensive tackle had no shot. Barely even got a hand on that D-end as he came around the outside.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mack. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field.
Blue 22.
Mack to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Now here's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch, and he will score!